Okay, today is April 13th, and we are going to live stream this into Facebook. And it's going to ask, where do you want to live stream it? And I want to live stream it into the Incredibles. Okay, well, it is previewing the live stream. So today is April 13th, 2021, and I hope everybody gets to see this, whether it's live or whether it's part of the playback. We are going to be talking about Summer Sally and Planning Patty and what your summer is going to look like. So I am going to move my Zoom off to the side so that I can do a split screen here and I can read my little thing to you guys. So if Mary, if you see somebody in the waiting room, if you wouldn't mind just unmuting yourself. I see Elaine now, unmuting yourself and letting them into, reminding me to let them in. So hopefully I am live streaming onto Team Incredibles page, and it is so important that now in April, it seems like summer's a long time away, but now in April that we have this training. So this is called Summer Sally and Planning Patty. So hi, I'm Summer Sally, and I've been a consultant for 2 years. And this year, I decided to take the summer off and have some fun with my kids. I didn't want to miss a single game or practice of Johnny's. So I wanted to be there to cheer him on during the summer. After all, I deserve a break, right? So while I was at practice, one of the moms asked me if I was a consultant. I told her yes, but I was taking the summer off. But did she want me to call her in September? And she said, no, that's all right. Oh, well. We had so much fun during soccer season, and then we went right into swim season. And little Janie, she was on the swim team, and oh my goodness, what a busy time. 3 practices a week. And with all her many practices and her swim meet, I'm proud to say I didn't miss a single one. The kids and I went to the pool and the beach and the zoo and the movies and the park. And did I say we had so much fun this summer? I did get that reminder email from my director about this upcoming team meeting and about national conference and about something called fall kickoff, but I was just too busy to fit those into my schedule. I mean, I'll have to catch up with her later this summer, I thought. I was so busy having fun that I never even thought about how it was going to impact my business, right? Until September rolled around. You know, I had heard Sue say something about the 30, 60, 90 rule, but I really wasn't sure what that was. And then I went back and I read it, and it said that what you do today will show up in your business 30, 60, and 90 days later. But I didn't think that that was going to apply to me. So I didn't submit a single show all summer, not June, not July, not August. I thought, September, everybody will be calling me for bookings. You know, the new catalog's coming out, right? So September rolled around and I realized that I had lost my career sales and that nice 2% increase that comes with it. I also realized that I was back at zero, working back to career sales again. I didn't earn the changeover kit that Pampered Chef sends new consultants, so I didn't have any new fall catalogs to start the season, and I had to order them from the supply list. Bummer. I know that if I had worked a little bit this summer, that I would have earned some of that new fall products through the sell-a-thon. And also all those cool monthly sales incentives that they did every single month. So now I remembered all those people who wanted to do shows in September, right? Well, 2 aren't interested anymore because they didn't hear from me. And that one girl, she found another consultant to do her show earlier this summer because her kids were off and she had time because after all, she was a teacher. I hadn't remembered that. I remember that girl from the baseball game who asked me if I was a consultant. Yep, she joined a team, but it wasn't mine. She joined under somebody else. Man, I was so mad, but it was time for back to school shopping. So I started back to school shopping, and it certainly wasn't any fun with all the extra money that I would have had I worked my business this summer. Yes, we did have an awesome summer, but I would have done it differently if I could have. I think I'll have to call Planning Patty. Hi, I'm Hit or Miss Molly. Hit or Miss Molly, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I've been a consultant for about a year. I work a full time job and have two awesome nieces that I do a lot of stuff with. This summer, I decided that I was going to have some fun with them. And if my paper chef business had activity, great. If not, that'd be okay. I'll work it come fall. I'll just pick up where I left off when September comes around. So this summer, I worked my regular job Monday through Friday, although I did take some days off to take my niece to the pool, and I planned some activities with my husband, and I used every weekend to schedule getaways for us to go explore new places. We stayed busy and had so much fun. I had a block party on my calendar for June, but when I reached out to the hosts a few days before our show, nobody had invited anybody because they hadn't heard from me. I guess they assumed that I would call them earlier in the month. I guess I forgot. I mean, I was busy with my job and my niece and my hubby. I meant to put a message in my calendar, but I guess I forgot. I never scheduled the time to reach out to them. So they said that they would schedule another time and that they were going to cancel the show. I tried to reschedule them, but they were really kind of upset with me. In July, my director sent me a reminder about National Conference online, but I had a barbecue planned for those days. So I figured, I'll hear what everybody else has to say during the team meeting. She also reminded me that I needed to submit $150 so I didn't lose my career sales. And I was so close to earning that raise. So my best friend Molly pulled together $150 in orders so I didn't lose my career sales. Whew. Go Molly. In July, my nieces and I went to Busch Gardens, went to the beach, went camping for a long weekend. I played hooky one day so that we could just go get pedicures. I really am quite a cool auntie. But August rolled around and I was much too busy to book any shows. So I assumed in September I'd get back to my business and I would get it back on track. But boy, I had no idea what not working my business would do. I did earn the changeover kit because I did submit a show, but I didn't earn any of those wicked cool new fall products. And the new free for all, didn't get any of those. Luckily, I was able to get to the fall kickoff that my director invited me to, and I'm glad that I didn't miss that meeting. While I was there, I got so excited and energized about my business, but when I left, I didn't put anything into action. And all those things that we talked about, I forgot about. When I finally started making calls, I got tons of no's. I even considered quitting. But I remember my director said that after all those no's, a yes is coming. So I kept making calls. I kept doing my reach outs. I learned a hard lesson this summer that if I don't work my business during the summer, then I don't have a business. And that had I worked my business this summer, some of those no's might have actually have been yeses, and that the phone wouldn't feel so darn heavy picking it up, making those calls. I am sure that my calendar and my bank account would look a whole lot fuller had I worked my business this summer. I would have had those new fall products from the free for all. I remember how I felt when I got all those spring boxes that showed up on my doorstep. They were like so exciting. Well, I won't make that mistake. I better call Planning Patty. Hi, I'm Planning Patty. Headed to a promotion. I'm on the track for an incentive trip to Puerto Rico. And oh yeah, let me share a little bit about myself. I am the domestic diva with 3 kids, 2 dogs, and a husband. I work a part-time job outside of the house as well. I have been a consultant for a little over a year, but I have set my business goals and I even have them written out. Before summer arrived, I joined a meeting with my director to map out my summer goals. After the meeting, I went right to work and started looking at my calendar. I knew that it was important to fill in all the activity and dates that I already had plans for. So first I started with our summer family vacation, and I worked my way backwards, knowing that I would want some extra cash before we left on that vacation. So I scheduled 2 block parties 3 weeks prior so that on the payday before we left, I would have cash just in time for Disney. Then I marked all the dates that I could do shows and all the other family obligations, in summertime, the dentist, the doctors, the day trips that we had planned. And yes, I color coded them, and Sue will show you color coding soon. I scheduled power hours, either full hours at night that hubby agreed to watch the kids so I could do focused income producing activities. Activities like booking and recruiting reach outs. Then I scheduled office power hours, but I broke them up into 4 15-minute segments. That is when I would do my host coaching, my customer care follow ups, and reach outs to anybody who said to call me in the summer. All that busy work is office work, but it's not income producing. So I did those power hours while I was waiting for the kids at sporting events. I made sure that I packed my tote with my numbers, my cell phone, a cell phone charger. I had the scripts that I wanted to say. I had my calendar, and I even put it in my cell phone so I could simply copy and paste the word choices so that I could send them out for host coaching and for customer follow up. All those wasted time sitting in line, waiting at the doctor's office, or in a parking lot, those are pockets of time that I use to work my business. And that's why I'm on track for director. Then I shared my calendar with my husband, and then we sat down with the kids so that we could get everyone on board with what it is that we were doing this summer. I explained to them that I would not be able to make every game they played this summer, but I would make the majority of them because I already had them marked off in my calendar. I also told them that some mornings I needed to have office time where I could work my business. I would set an alarm and they could play nice. If they could play nicely together, that afterwards we'd go to the pool or the library. I even had a box of games and toys that they could not use any other time than when mommy was doing office time. These toys were so coveted because they couldn't play with them all the time that they would often come and ask me, "Isn't it office time, mommy? Isn't it office time, mommy?" Because they wanted those toys. So I had to strategize and be smart about it. I told them about our family trip and that we were planning some camp days as well, and that I was able to pay for them with my Pampered Chef money if mommy could have office time to do her work. The horseback riding camp was the most popular. Can I just tell you how excited my kids were that summer was coming? My first goal was to schedule 2 to 3 block parties with 5 hosts in each month. I know that 8 will make you great. Sue's told me so. And that 20% of all shows will cancel. So I wanted to make sure I had an extra block party this summer each month because I've heard that summertime, sometimes you get more cancellations. I shared my goal with my attendees at my parties. I shared it with my director. I shared my fun activities that I had planned with the kids and my schedule, including what my open dates were. I explained that I only had a few open dates left. On baseball games that I couldn't make, I made sure that I scheduled the grandparents or I hired my kid's favorite babysitter. I found that they actually like to play with her more than me anyway, because mommy's kind of boring. Excited to report that I rocked out the entire free for all. I earned all the fall products, including the cover photo, which was the power tool this season. I attended national conference and I learned all kinds of business ideas. It was just what I needed to boost my enthusiasm and my energy. I immediately wrote down action plans to implement, and then I scheduled a call with my director to go over them. I was on the summer training calls all summer long, and we used those calls to brainstorm what was working for everybody. And man, Jen and Carrie, they had some great ideas that I had never thought about. I'm glad I didn't miss those calls. At national conference, I was even recognized for my sales and my recruiting. Everybody wanted to know, how did I have such high sales and such a growing team in the middle of summer? It's quite simple, you see. Let me share it with you. I made a plan. I set some goals. I shared them with my family, my friends, and my customers in my parties, which helped me all to stay accountable to what I had set for myself. Yes, we did have fun this summer. I was able to hang out with my kids and build a business at the same time. But also, I taught my kids that working towards a goal is important and that anything worth having is worth sacrificing for. Oh, and by the way, I earned a ton of points towards the Puerto Rico trip, and I'm more than halfway there because I recruited all kinds of people this summer because guess what? Teachers are off and they needed some extra income. And by the time they qualified, I had all those points, 3,000 points each towards the trip. So now Sue's going to talk to you a little bit about color coding, about national conference, and all the other details about how to have a rockin' summer. So you guys can unmute now. So what did you think about Summer Sally?
Hit or miss.
Hit or miss Molly, or planning Patty? Do you guys kind of see a little bit of yourself in that?
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge. Yes. So let me tell you, we do this training. We created this training because it is so critical that you plan now for what's going to happen this summer. I have seen so many consultants want to quit come fall because they didn't do anything this summer. And with a little bit of planned time this summer, you can have a rockin' business. Now, people sometimes ask me, oh, well, is summer, slow seasons? And we kind of have a joke in this business that J months are slow seasons, June, July, and January. So you need to plan for that. Now, having said that, I have had some rockin' Junes, Julys, and Januaries. So it's not every time those months come around that you have a slow time. I want to encourage you that if you work your business will work. I'm also going to, did you guys see the, I'm going to screen share. See the, my color coded here. Let me make this bigger so you guys can see the color coding. I should make it bigger. There we go. Okay. So somebody taught me this a long time ago in your calendar. Orange for office, O office, P pink for personal, B blue for business building, S for shows because that's money, and yellow, we do yellow for team. I don't know why, I just always have done yellow for team. So so in my calendar, in my actual daytime calendar, I write in all the learn and earns every Tuesday from 6 to 7 Central Time, 7 to 8 Eastern Time. I mark in book club, which we're going to do one more round of book club before summer gets here. I mark off office time. Now, office time needs to be done before like 9:30 in the morning and after 9:30 at night. So if you guys are taking notes, I want you to write that. Orange equals office. That is checking your email and doing filing, creating post my party templates. It's creating Canva. It's the busy work when you cannot be calling or messaging other people because it's too early or too late. Okay. You can schedule office time during the day as well so that you can get some things done, but it is important that your business, your business building is during prime time. Now, what is prime time? Sometimes that's weekends because people are off and you can reach them and you get a better response rate. How many of you guys, raise your hand, watched the Jim Rohn 5-minute batting average or listen to it? Okay, good. So one of the things I want to tell you about that is that we have a batting average, and a average will appear. So what happens is, I remember Susie on our team was keeping track. Like she was making phone calls Friday nights. She was making phone calls Saturday morning, Saturday night, Sunday morning, Sunday night. And she personally found with her group of people that Sunday evenings were the best time for her to actually pick up the phone and make a call and connect with people, because people were home from weekends. If they went away, they're usually getting their kids ready for school the next day, that kind of thing. So Sunday evenings work for her. Saturday mornings work for me sometimes. So you won't know until you keep track. And remember, winners keep score. If you're not writing in a day timer the date and what you're getting for a result. You know, you left a message or you actually talked to them. You'll be able to go back and look at these. I am finding personally that I am getting better replies when I either phone call or when I start my customer care outreach with a thank you. If you have not seen the video that I put in Team Incredibles today, I showed you how to go into like the pressure cooker and from your personal website and scroll to the bottom. And there's a section that says, learn more about the pressure cooker. And when you click that, it's amazing. It's really great stuff. You want to create a whole list of links that you either put in a sticky note or in your calendar or in a Word document that you can easily grab and use. And what you want to do is, and I would suggest you have it on your phone too, like send it to yourself in a text and then pull it into a note section or something, so that when you're sitting at the beach, you can open a show, open the person's cart and see what they've purchased. And let's say they purchased the cooking blender. You're going to say, hey, Carol, thanks so much for your order on Sally Sue's show. I appreciate you supporting my small business. And you're going to do this through a text, not Facebook Messenger. I'm going to repeat that again. Because you're going to be using the same word choices again and again and again, you are going to text these people. Okay. And the first connection you have has nothing to do with booking a party. It's a thank you. How many times has somebody picked up the phone or sent you a message and simply thanked you for spending money with them? I mean, I go to Walmart every week, drop 100 or 200 bucks. Nobody ever thanks me there. I bought inserts into my sneakers. I bought new sneakers. Nobody's thanked me there. We need to differentiate ourselves from other direct sellers and other Pampered Chef consultants so that people on Sue Moulton's Team Incredibles are known for good customer service. Okay. So we're going to send a message, a thank you message. Thanks for supporting my small business. Thanks for helping your host. I know you're going to love your products. Here's a link to the blender. Make sure when you go there, you favorite it or you save it. Now it's going to your personal website. Okay. And you're going to say, save it. And I'll show you what that looks like, so that when you get your products in, you can use them when you get back. Let's see if I'll be able to do this. Okay, we're going to go to my website. So you need to be signed out of Consultants Corner. See, it should say sign in because you want to be a customer. You need to be at a customer cart. Okay, so now let's say we're going to go to, well, we'll go to the quick cooker. Not everything has this, but a lot of the major tools do. So this is just like information about the quick cooker. But if you go to the bottom, you're looking for these more about. When you click that, it gives you all the details about the quick cooker, a little video for them to watch. It's going to give them just a home office video to show them what's going to happen. And you can use these in your shows, but then you come down and it's going to show you all the details of the quick cooker. And then it goes down to recipes. I would copy this link here and I would send that link to my, my customer along with a recipe and say, well, this is my favorite recipe in the quick cooker. Make sure you pick up the ingredients so that when your products come in, you can make it right away. And then you're going to ask this simple question or say this simple statement at the end. I'll be back in touch with you in a couple of weeks so that we make sure that nothing is missing or damaged. Okay. Now you've just given yourself the in to do a follow-up. Okay. And then you're going to take that reminder and you're going to stick it in a folder, or you're going to open a tab in your day timer that has the month that you're working on, and you're going to move their name or that whole show to that 2 weeks out. And then you're going to call or text all those people again. So if you've got a notebook, have their cell phone numbers right in there. It's going to make it really easy when you're sitting at the doctor's office to have all of those. Yes, Jonna?
Is there a reason that you can't send them to that link on your website?
This is your link on your website, but it's coming from your personal website. That is correct. That is what this link does. But you don't want to sign in as a consultant. You want to sign in as a guest so that you can get the link, because it says pamperedchef.com/PWS, which is personal website, /Sue's Cooking /Quick Cooker /101. So it is my website. So when they click that, it brings them back to my website and information about the Quick Cooker. And you should just have like a series of tabs that you'll have, some of the major tools. Once you follow up after the 2-week mark, that's the out of the box call. That's the 2 weeks. So 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months kind of thing, right? So the 2-week mark, you're like, hey, Carol, just following up like I said I would. I want to make sure that you got your products and that everything's out of the box. Was anything broken or damaged? I can take care of helping you with that. Say nothing more. They're going to get back to you. Yes, I got it. Nothing was broken or damaged. Yes, I got it. It's still in the box. No, I haven't gotten it. Okay. So if there's a return or exchange, you do an online return or exchange. Watch the Dash training on how to do that. We also have some in the guides on our Team Incredible page on how to do an exchange or return. They have 30 days to return anything for any reason at all. I just don't like it. Doesn't matter. Okay. After that, they have 30 days to return anything that is broken or damaged without paying any shipping costs to ship it back. Pampered Chef will issue them a prepaid shipping label. The shipping label gets emailed to them from FedExLabel.com, but it is actually given to the US Postal Service. They work in partnership together. So basically you tape it on your box and you leave it for your mailman. So, or you bring it to the post office if it's big, I guess. So that's how you do your 2-week customer care follow-up. That's the out of the box call. So the 2 months, if you have not already asked them at the 2-week mark, when they get back to you and they say, yes, I have everything came in, I can't wait to use it. Then you want to say, how about we do what Carol did or Sammy did or Joshua did, and we gather some of your friends together. I've got this new fun summer theme called outdoor entertaining. I would love to show everybody these new skinny dips and fun barbecue tools. What do you say? You think your friends would be interested in doing that? And by the way, you're the one that gets to earn the free, the half price, and the discounted products. If they say, no, I'm all set, say, well, so here you're making a transition. Before you decide that you surely don't want to do a show, can I just tell you about this new show that might interest you called Shared Rewards? And you want to explain what a shared rewards party is, because sometimes people do not want to host a show because they feel bad asking their friends to buy something. So you would do a transition like, you might not have gotten everything you wanted from Pampered Chef at Sammy's show. So like you, your other friends may have some things that they need to get, or they needed to wait for another paycheck. Did you know that we have a shared rewards party where instead of getting free products and half price products, the hostess chooses to share the entire rewards with their friends? You all can earn between 2.5% and 25% free, or not free, discounted, 2.5% to 25% discount on your products as soon as the show hits $100 in sales. What do you say? We have seen huge success with this, and it's like 6 degrees of separation. You want a discount, so you share it with a couple of your friends and they share it with their friends, and so on and so on. Are you willing to give it a try? I'm looking for 3 guinea pigs this summer to help me. Okay, so you're asking for help and you're giving them another alternative other than the show, the rewards show. So let's say they say, no, they're not interested in that. You say, no worries. Would it be all right if I followed up with you at another time? Or they might say, just not now. And then you say, would it be okay if I followed up with you later? They usually say yes. The other thing I'd like you to consider saying is that a no for now or a no forever? And if they say it's a no for now, you say, all right, great. I'm going to just put you on my list. I'll touch back with you later. And I always use the term, hey, I'm circling back around. You're on my list for this month to touch base with you. Have you joined my VIP customer page? Are you posting any recipes in there? Have anything inspired you to cook something new? That kind of thing, right? Then you're going to ask again. It's been a couple months since your friends got their products. I bet you they'd be interested in seeing the new summer product that just came out. because they're gonna launch something this summer. So we're gonna have something new to offer. All right. If they say no, you just say, no problem. We love customers. I'll be sure to stay in touch. I hope you have a fabulous summer. And then you rotate her another couple months out and you touch base every few months. Now, if she keeps saying no, you might touch base every 6 months. You might put her further out. But one of the things that I always recommend that you do is that you go to people's Facebook pages and you look and see what's going on in their life, right? So you're going to look and you're going to say, oh my God, they just bought a house. So you're going to start by going to the dollar store and picking up a cheap $1 congratulations on your new home. Pick up a few of those, pick up a happy, new baby or expecting type cards. And when you are scrolling on Facebook and you see stuff like that, if you have their address in Pampered Chef, I highly recommend that you snail mail them a letter just saying congratulations. One of the girls joined our team because her sister was doing a show with me. We were co-hosting and we had to cancel the show because the girl had had a miscarriage. And it was really sad. And so I was just heartbroken because I've had a couple miscarriages. So I sent her a card. And then like a year later, she joined my team and she said, you know, Sue, the reason I joined your team, it's because of that card you sent me. So you have to be a person first before you're a salesperson, right? Our job is to help people solve kitchen dilemmas, but we also need to just be human beings. We need to celebrate when they're celebrating. We need to mourn when they're mourning, if they've lost somebody recently, okay? It's being real and being authentic that makes a difference in our business. And that's what keeps you in business for long term. Okay. I posted on our team page about a vendor event that I did a few years ago. And I booked only one show and it was kind of an expensive vendor event. I thought it was like $100 for this one couple hour thing. And I was like, oh, that's kind of expensive. I'm used to paying $25, right? So, but I did it because it was all women and it was a bunch of real estate women. And I thought, oh, if I could get into just one real estate woman's thing. One person booked a show. Her name is Hazel. So you can go back on Team Incredibles and look for that. She booked a show. She did, I don't know, a $1,700 show the first time back in 2017, I think it was. And then the next year, she just purchased from a friend who hosted a show, somebody that I had met through her. Then the following year, she booked another show and it was like a $1,200 show. And then the following year, she just purchased from me. And then the following year, she just purchased from me. And last year, she just purchased from me. And she just reached out to me and said, it's time for a party. Don't you want it when people reach out to you and ask for, hey, it's time for a party? Yes, me too. So that happens because you periodically pop into people's pages and you comment on their friends' comments, you comment on their stuff, and you find things that you're interested in, common ground. Okay, so I have talked for a whopping 34 minutes and now it's time for you to all unmute. Before you unmute, I do want to tell you the date of national conference and registration. It's going to pop up into our team page, but because I have it scheduled, but I'm going to tell you now so you guys can mark it down. And if anybody's watching on Facebook, get your pen out. National conference is online again this year. Hopefully someday we'll get to go to Chicago and I can't even tell you the difference it makes to be live and have the energy of national conference. So I recommend that you guys save some money. National conference usually costs you about, I don't know, about $500. It depends on airfare where you're going from. It usually costs me about $325 round trip airfare from wherever I am to Chicago. And then we share hotel rooms with other people. So that's like, they're $150 or something for the couple days that we're there. And then there's some food, but it is so worth it. So July 22nd to the 24th, it's all online. So you can do it at home. And if you register and pay for it in advance, you'll have playback rights. You'll be able to see the playback rights. There are 28,000 capacity for general sessions. So first come, first serve. And then there are going to be 2 ways that you can register. The first day that you can register is May 5th. So put it on your calendar right now, May 5th. Put it on your calendar the night before so you set an alarm for the probably around 10 o'clock Central Time. They'll let us know in a stir email beforehand. But May 5th is open registration. And literally last time we did National Conference online, they sold out of general sessions in 2 days. So you do not want to be waiting. You want to have your money aside. You want to be ready. $139 is the cost for registration if you are a new consultant, meaning you started as of June 1st, 2020. It's only $79. If you buy that general registration type fee, you're going to get all the pre-conference mailings. You're going to have access to the general and the breakout sessions, which are great trainings. I mean, if you've ever been to college for business, these are really high quality trainings. You're going to get exclusive PC gear, and you're going to be eligible for the general session giveaways. They give away products and stuff like that. So you want to be a part of that. If you can't, if that is not in your budget and you want just a view only registration, that has unlimited capability. So everybody could be on that. Registration is also open May 7th, and that is $39. Okay. That gives you access to all the general and breakout sessions, exclusive PC gear, and eligibility for the giveaways. But there's parts of that that you're not going to be able to get for the $39 that you can get for the, you're not going to get the product, the pre-product mailings. So one of the things that we've always said is that the cost of conference is always, you get it back in product alone. Like when we went to National Conference, $139, like we went home with product that was worth at least $139. If not more. And one year at conference, every person on my team but one won something. Wendy Tebow won an entire cookware set. One year I won an entire cookware set. So like there's crazy stuff that you can get. So National Conference, you guys need to be at that. There will also be a fall kickoff in August. I'm not sure when it is, and we're probably going to do it in combination with another director, and I'll get that for you. But just so you know, that will be a one-day, most likely it'll be online, but I'm not really sure yet on the details of that. The last thing I want to tell you, I've been waiting to hear from my friend Grace Bott. For those of you who might know Grace, she's the one that has like purple hair half the time. She is so much fun. She's the one whose cutie husband taught us how to do the reminders for our shows on our website. She is going to do a half an hour booking blitz with us so that we can get our oh, thank you, babe. Dinner's ready. I know. So they have booking blitz, and oh, you're going to say hi?
Just for the record, I did not poke her in the eye.
Yes, you did. I saw that.
Can you see my eye? Can you see it?
Yes, I did.
So bad. This is
Oh my gosh.
This is like 2 days better. You should have seen it. My whole eye was totally bloodshot red. I was so embarrassed to do Facebook Live, but I'm like, that's what happens when you rub your eyes when you have allergies. I was like rubbing my eye one night and I burst a blood vessel. I've done it twice since I've been down here. I'm like, I gotta be very gentle with my eyes, but they itch some days. Anywho, so I just wanted you to know that I lost my train of thought now that my husband was here.
Grace Bott, 30 minutes.
Oh yes, great spot. Thank you. So we're going to do an entire organization-wide booking blitz. It'll probably be a 30-minute booking blitz. It won't be like 3 days, 5 days or whatever. It's just going to be short and sweet. It'll be a Zoom like this, and hopefully I'll be able to Zoom it from my thing and Zoom it right into a team meeting. We're going to give you ideas on who to reach out to and what to do. And then basically we're just going to give you time to go do it. Okay. So we were originally saying it was going to be tomorrow night, but I have not heard back from her. So I'm not sure that that's actually going to happen. So stay tuned. All right. So now you guys unmute and let's talk about Summer Sally, Planning Patty, and Hit or Miss Molly. What parts of those stories did you hear, and what did you learn of what not to do?
Don't procrastinate.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about goals. Do you guys have a goal for what you want to accomplish between now and September 1st? Okay. I see some yes head nods and some no head nods. So let's talk about that. That's totally fine. I love your honesty. So if we want to have some fun this summer, and we can book 2 block parties, okay? 2 block parties in June, 2 in July, 2 in August. You will be able to be in front of enough people that we potentially will find some new team members, because we're going to have some school teachers and bus drivers and people that work seasonally that are going to be out of work if we're doing parties this summer, right? We're going to be doing some kids in the kitchen parties because moms don't have to be teachers and workers this summer. They can just be moms. And then we're going to be able to have some fun money in order to go and do our vacations. So do you think 2 block parties are reasonable?
Yes.
Okay. And keep in mind, here's the thought. Some girls do a block party on the 1st week of the month and the 3rd week of the month. And then they take the 2nd week and the 4th week off. Some do 2 block parties on the 1st and 2 on the 3rd and still take the 2nd and the 4th off. And they use the 2nd and the 4th to do their follow-ups. I'll let you guys talk. I'm going to pull up a couple more things as well to show you guys. What else did you hear from Planning Patty and Summer Sally that you want to do or that you know not to do?
I think making sure that you're reaching out to people and not blowing them off because you're too sidetracked with your own life is important.
Very important. And how do we do that? Did you hear some tips on how to do that?
Well, if you're out and about talking with people, and if you've got your cell phone or whatever, you can certainly set it up then, but you can always give out your contact information. And then are we talking about the negative person? Because I really like the idea of sending the, hey, you ordered this, here's the link for some extra information about the product.
Yeah.
So that's not really the negative person, but I liked that part.
Right. Getting some follow-up. One of the things I'm going to recommend is do you guys have Canva? Have you created a Canva account?
Yes.
If you have Canva, you can come in and I uploaded this pretty looking calendar here. And then I put in Monday, I created a box and I put in Monday. So I'm doing coffee and devotions in the morning, and then I'm going to exercise, and then I'm going to read the Stir on Mondays, and I'm going to give myself time to implement what is it that was in the Stir that I need to tell the team or create or do. Then I have an upper level director meeting, but then it's an hour long from 10 to 11, but then I left 11 to 12 to implement some of those ideas. What do I need to tell my directors from this meeting? What things are important to my team do I need to get on long-term calendar? You need to have, and like I've got Tuesday and Wednesday, just different things that I've got going on. Look at free time for Sue. You have to block in time where you are not doing stuff. The other thing is when you are on your Google Calendar, which is on your phone all the time, you can come in and you can actually create specific things that have your word choices with it. Hello, hosts. I'm excited to be hanging out with you guys for the next 3 days. This is a group chat. Please do not reply since people are working during the day and don't want their phones to be dinging all day long. Private message me with questions, yada, 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 yada. I just come into my phone, no matter where I am, whether I'm on the beach or whatever, when my phone dings and says, send your group text out, I open my phone up, I copy this, I go to Facebook, I go to my group chat with my hosts, and I send it. It should take 5 minutes. So I've allotted myself more than that. So if I'm in the middle of something, like going to the bathroom, I can still get to my phone and take care of my task. So I recommend that you guys use a structure for this summer. And I think I posted my calendars for you guys so that you could see some of the things that I do. Obviously, things are a little bit different in the summer, but it's important for you guys to know what you're supposed to do on what day and then schedule it. So this summer, let's talk about the power hours. You heard 2 power hours there. Anybody here have small kids that are on? Nobody? Who's me?
Melissa.
Okay. So did you hear the idea about the toy box that is only for power hours?
Yeah, I love that. I've been trying to think of something that I can make for, something that will be a,
Yep. So I recommend that you take them to Toys R Us or let them shop online or do Marketplace. Oh my gosh, you can find all kinds of things on Facebook Marketplace for cheap. And then it'll be a toy that they can, in a box of toys, like get a container that snaps shut that goes to the top of your closet, and they're not allowed to get it until it's office time. And then you're like, okay, it's office time, come get your box. And I always joke, you need to make sure, does anybody need anything to eat? Does anybody need a drink? Because mommy's going to close her door. When I close my door, I'm going to set the timer. And when the timer dings, you can knock on the door. And then I can come out and get you something. And unless there's blood or broken bones, you're not interrupting mom. That's our rule. So it's important to get them to buy into this. And then at the end, you're like, all right, the hour's up. And they're like, I want to play with my box. You have to be vigilant about saying, this is for office time. If you guys want to play longer, I'll set it for another 15 minutes. But if you're playing, mommy's working. And if you have to go somewhere, then you have to go somewhere.
yeah. Love it.
Go ahead.
I just said I love it.
One of the things I wanted to share about too is the 15-minute. Have you guys heard about the 15-minute power hour? And you want to break it up into 4 segments. You want to spend 15 minutes on booking outreaches, the people who told you to call them back, the people, if you've been in business for a year or more, that hosted last year. Here's a tip for you guys watching on the Team Incredible page. If you have a hostess that says that she doesn't want to host this year, but she hosted last year, you go into that show and you go to every guest there and you say, oh my gosh, Carol's not going to host this year. I figured maybe you'd want to host. I have everybody's name and address. I'll make it super easy. I can do all the invitations. What do you say? You get the half price, the discounted products. We've got a great special going on this month. So you can go back in and you can offer that, and you can go to each of their texting them by being in the show. Mind blowing. I love that. So then that's booking. Then you're going to do outreaches. You're going to do 15 minutes of recruiting, and that's all you're going to do. You're going to write yourself a note, but that's it. You're not going to do any of the paperwork involved with that. That gets done during office hours. This is the actual outreach. And so the recruiting is going to be going into rockstar guests and hosts that you haven't talked to in a while and letting them know about the upcoming opportunity events. How many of you guys know that Team Incredibles does an opportunity event every 2 weeks? Okay, a couple of you guys do. Okay. What is an opportunity event? An opportunity event is where I post some things about, hey, what do you need to know about the Pampered Chef business? It gets posted into a group called Start Loving Mondays. If you're not in that group, you need to go to the group. It's on Facebook, and you need to join the group. Once you join the group, I would love for you to comment on something. Remember, this group is like any other group, and we need the algorithms to open up before we have our event. So if you're going to go in there tonight, I just want you to find something that I posted about and just say, oh, that's awesome, or oh, Puerto Rico sounds great, or, you know, something like that. And then this is the place that you are to be inviting your hosts and your rock star guests. So during your 15-minute power hour, you're going to be saying things like, hey, Carol, you were so amazing in this party. You're what I call a rock star guest. Have you ever considered joining my team? I would love to have you. You're already doing my job. And if she says, no, I'm not interested, I'm too busy right now, I'm getting my master's degree or whatever, you say, no worries. Would it be all right if I added you to my Start Loving Mondays group? It's a group where periodically we talk about what it is to be a virtual consultant. She says, sure. And you add her to that group. That way, every 2 weeks when I am posting about, you know, whatever's happening with Pampered Chef, whatever promotion they have, some of the specials that they have, then your guests are seeing that. And when they're ready, they'll reach out. And I got to give you an example. One of our directors on our team had a girl who said, nope, nope. She hosted a show. She said, nope, nope. She closed her show. She said, nope, nope. Then she joined our team. It might be one of you guys. So I heard that from one of my other directors and I was like, see, it's so funny. You just don't know. You just got to keep asking. When they say, don't call me, I'll call you, that's when you can throw away their name and not call them again. That's the only time I give you permission, is that when they say, don't call me, I'll call you. Okay, so what are you going to do with your other 15 minutes?
That when you file.
Nope, not during power hours.
I'd
I
say
just
brand new
accessed my
reach
Facebook.
outs.
Right, prospecting.
Mhm.
So those are reach outs. You're going to be going to, I'm trying to find my little image for you guys. You're going to be going to other people's Facebook pages and you're going to be commenting. You're going to try to do 30 comments during that 15-minute. Okay. All right. I'm going to share something with you here. And I'll post this as well. All right. So booking, you can do messages to party guests. You can do green dotting. For those of you who are unfamiliar with what green dotting is, that's when you're on Facebook and somebody else is on Facebook. There's a green dot next to their name. That means they're online. You start a conversation and it's not about Pampered Chef. You should not be reaching out like, hey, you want to host a show? You're going to be like, hey, haven't seen you for a while. What are you up to? How are the kids? What are you doing this summer? How'd you survive COVID? Is everybody okay? You got any plans? Did you get the vaccine? Like whatever you want to talk about, you start a conversation with them. That's what green dotting is. It's beginning to rebuild a relationship. CCEs are customer connection emails. If you don't know what that is, I want you to go to Team Incredibles, use the magnifying glass and type in customer connection emails. There's a video that shows you how you can send an email to every person in your contact list and tell them about the current specials from you. And you can customize that. You'll also be doing text. So you're sending a message during that time. Do not reply to them, okay? When you say to them, hey, you know, did you get your products? Just so, you know, just wanted to thank you. Maybe it's the thank you ones, or maybe it's the follow-ups. You're not replying. If they get back to you, ignore that, keep going. You're doing 15 minutes straight of texting out, because if you stop and you reply to somebody else, your 15 minutes are gone and you've done 2 people. That has happened to me so many times. So I'm telling you, don't do that. John is laughing because that's her too. Host coaching. So you want to spend a few minutes of your 15 minutes and you want to be partnering with your host, because honestly, that is where you are making your money, is partnering with your host, asking them for their wish list, getting them excited about the party, talking about what a pre-party and during the party and what's going to happen. Then 15 minutes of recruiting. You're going to share, follow up, and invite them to the opportunity event, which is tomorrow night. Then you're going to be spending 15 minutes with your new consultants. So if you don't have new consultants, then you're going to take that 15 minutes and go do a dash training. All right. You're going to listen to a recording. You're going to go to Stir. You're going to use that as personal development. And you're going to go to our team page and read our announcements, etc. If you have new consultants, spend that time encouraging them, recognizing them on their own Facebook wall, giving them a shout out on your team page, like, hey, congratulations, Sarah just submitted her first show, that kind of stuff. You guys get a screenshot of that? Okay. Anybody have any questions?
I missed it.
That's all right. I'll post it in the team page. I don't want you guys to go into summer and be without business, because we're going to be talking about how you can do fundraisers to help teachers get classroom supplies. We're going to teach you all different types of summer ideas. Don't check out in the summer. You will be so sorry. I can't tell you how many people, we have a bunch of people on our team that had between 40 and 50,000 points, and you need 60,000 for a trip. Two things. If they had jump-started January, because people check out between November and January 1st, right? Thanksgiving to Christmas, people turn off and they think, I'm not doing any business. You can plan for business and then take vacation and then plan for business after vacation. And the same thing for summer. If those people had done January and planned for a strong July or June, July, or August, one of those months, 10,000 points, they probably 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, there's 6, do an outlet special and a few other things, and they would have had that 10,000, they would have had a trip. You don't want to miss a trip by the fact that you took too much time off this summer. Make sense? Okay. So I want you guys, you have a little action plan here. I want you guys to actually print out those 4 tasks on what a power hour is. I want you to schedule your power hour. And I want you to text that to your director. Christine, you can text me. And if you're on my team, I'm going to send you a Pillsbury Doughboy. I have a picture of me going, poke, poke. You know how the Pillsbury Doughboy, and I just send you that. I send it to some of my team members all the time. I'm like, poke, poke. And that's like, get to work. This is
That's
supposed to be
cute.
when you're doing your work, poke, poke. So that's what I encourage you guys to do, is like, we all need reminders. Set an alarm on your phone. Mine has to actually ring and make lots of noise, but whatever you need to do to remember to work your business, and then you need to know what to do to work it and have your tools ready. Like, I was on the porch earlier today and I had a pen, I have my day timer. It's got my list of new consultants and contacts and who I need to talk to and all of that. And then I have this, which is my little sheets printed out. So I know when I lose track, like I'm like you guys, I'm like, oh crap, what was I supposed to be doing? Then I would go back to this. I'm like, oh yeah, now I know where I'm supposed to be, because I lose track too. Have it written out so that you have it with you, so that when you do lose track, you can get back on track faster. Sound good?
Mhm.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions? All right.